쌀아대의 쇼다운, 립 샌드박스 대 농심 레드포스.
Very interesting here. It doesn't have a lot of backline access, we could say. It has the ability to play with the terrain, but either way it happened. Let's see what Krako is going to play as Kha'Zix going to be hovered here. Will it be the choice? And yes, Ari Kha'Zix is going to be the duo here for DRX.
They make it all the way through. Kha'Zix, of course, very strong on the current patch, kind of slipping its way through. What is crucial, though, and the reason why I think Kwangdong didn't ban the Kha'Zix, but banned the other picks instead.
We'll have to wait and see how it works out for Kwangdong, as maybe safety is the #1 priority as we hop into the Rift for game number 1 in his name. And also, it's not yeah, it's yeah. So get used to it. As level 1 engaged down on the bottom side, POG already in a bit of trouble. Exhaust has to be used as they are chipping away at that Aphelios' health bar already.
Yeah. He's also not able to make a play towards bot side because with Krako covering, not really able to do that. So there is a tempo advantage for Youngjae, but Krako does not get his back in and should be able to actually clear. But his bot lane might be in trouble.
Way too much damage in these trades as already POG is so low, and Youngjae just went to the scuttler and comes right down here. He does have Gravitum, which is going to help him out quite a lot, but Ghost and Heal going to be used here just to get him to safety as he's down 8 CS and down 3 summoners. Yeah, I mean, might as well. The Q of the Yumi's going to miss. POG flashing away from the knockup as tons of damage comes in. That's first blood already here for Taeyun on the Xayah. Yeah, I mean, already Taeyun is almost doubling the CS of POG, who is also down a level. Does eventually make it back to the lane, but he is not really in a good spot. Now he's going to walk up to try to CS. Will not take a good trade here at all, as Exhaust has to be used again in these 2v2 trades.
Krako looking, this would be big if they can get this gank to work here.
Okay, that's the ult-in, but Dudu is going to be able to get away from the stun, and he just flashes and walks away, takes a Q.
To get something done there.
I sure hope not, as in goes Dudu. He's already doing a bunch to Rascal, will dodge the Q, and maybe that's enough, but Dudu rather is moving forward, trying to get this last Q on a Rascal, who dodges another one.
Doesn't need it. Got Stunfire and makes his way back.
Gravitum here on to Taeyun, who has Cleanse, Flash, and ult. He is going to throw in the Feather Storm and does not have to use any summoners.
And Taeyun and Jun fairly low now. Should be an opportunity for DRX to get their first objective.
Oh boy. Well, the flash will come in, but the charm is there as he flashes forward into the play as the teleport is coming in. We got Yehu looking for the damage, and he will hit the charm and sets up POG for a big kill. This bottom lane has kind of evened out because, you know, it starts off with a 20 CS lead, 25 CS lead very early on in the game. That is a big deal. But now POG has a kill at least, and now he's down 15 CS. Let's see if this follow-up will hit something, as no flash, no cleanse here for POG. He is just going to have to try to walk it out, as he will try to go forward, but immediately gets burst down, as we do have Krako here, but it's against 4 people, and he will not be able to do anything in the trade, as here comes Yehu on the Ahri, looking for a potential pick, and even a teleport coming in from Rascal. They're going to try to force this one. The Everfrost here on the Taeyun, as they have angled him up against the wall. Isn't enough to get the kill as Krako goes in, and yes, they will take down Taeyun just barely, as Rascal will still frontline here. That's a nice knockback, but it's Sion. Have fun with that one. Okay, second teleport here from Kwangdong. As now Rascal, he is very tanky. He's just going to flash. He doesn't care. As now the follow-up miss on the seismic shove. Nice side step from POG. As now frontlining here is Duty's going to pull the Sion over the wall. And yes, Rascal is tanky, but doesn't matter. As Krako comes in from behind, tries to get on top of Bulldog, who will easily survive. And Rascal, zombie Sion, nearly able to get to that backline, but not quite able to, as POG really the only healthy member left on the side of DRX, but the rest of his team is gone.
Making their way into the enemy jungle on DRX. Need to be careful that they don't get trapped here.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, they do have a nice amount of vision, but Kwangdong can kind of just group up as a 5. The charm is going to miss. Jun is on the flank. Bulldog is getting free damage into mid, as he has the Weaver's Wall, and teleport if need be. So just getting a lot of value, and now DRX, they're feeling the pressure. They say, well, we gotta try to force this Baron, or at least force a fight on the Baron. Let's see if it goes well, as already a lot of damage is coming in, and Jun is looking for the flank here. As we know he's behind him, he gets into that back line. As the follow-up is not there, POG just gonna dash over the wall, flash rather. As a huge ultimate does come in, and Yehu over the wall as well. Tries to get into that back line, and down will go Taeyoon. Kwangdong Freaks are being routed in this fight somehow, some way. As Bulldog will go down as well, and now the Aphelios just gets to do whatever he wants in this team fight. He's able to frontline with the Yuumi, as Dune might be able to get away, but it is still a big team fight win for DRX, and they're down 4,000 gold.
They're still down gold, even with that happening, Youngjae, right?
Right? We do have Kwangdong Freaks. They are posturing for this, actually. The Kazakh's damage pretty huge into this single objective. Youngjae is here, though. He is looking for the steal, as Kroko not going to go for it. Yehu on the flank. Now it's 1 health on the Dragon, and that one goes the way of Youngjae. That's now Kroko looking for his revenge. I'm not sure he's going to get it. The kite back very strong from Talia and Zaya.
Yeah, biggest thing there is them getting soul point, particularly for Inferno, so it makes it so much harder to play it out.
Oh boy, well they are throwing everything into the Scion though, as June is going to go down. It is a trade, as now Zombie Scion is frontlining here for this incredibly strong Aphelios. We are seeing, you know, some looks here from POG that he can try to hard carry this game. It really will come down to him, and some setup from his teammates. Lots of low health bars. That's a cleanse from Taeyoon already, as Kwangdong still sticking around, still trying to defend these turrets on basically no health.
Basically all available. Youngjae doesn't have flash just yet.
Jonah Strong keeps zooming in on these seismic shoves. They could make the difference, so it makes sense. Rascal's just gonna sidestep, and they're continuously going for the Scion. And Kroko is just a slow bot at this point, as Yehu trying to set something up. Youngjae in a little bit of trouble, but Rascal just eating so much damage in the front line. But look at the health bars on the side of Kwangdong, and now POG is gonna flash into 4 people. What am I looking at? It actually kind of works for a little bit until it does not. As okay, we do have the Zaya going down as well, but Dudu and Youngjae trying to hold on to this fight here as Barrel, it will go down, and the Stone Plate is enough. The 2 tanks, quote unquote, on the top side end up taking down the entirety of DRX. But yeah, Yehu not going for like the Banshee Zhonya's build. He actually has Horizon Focus and a Shadow Flame at this point. So if he hits some stuff, he can actually blow people up. He's not just entirely an enabler. As why are you backing there? Why are you backing there?
I have no idea.
Why?
Yehu on the flank.
Yeah, and it's Infernal Rift as well, so he can just kind of rotate around this little block, as we did see on the last Baron fight, and be just supremely annoying. As now Weaver's Wall is down. Yehu's positioning so far very strong. POG doing a good job of zoning them. As will the smite come in this time? Youngjae no ult, he just has to run in, but it will be the smite this time to Kroko as Youngjae goes down, and DRX might be able to get this fight now. Yehu looking for the play as Kroko is in the backline, and everybody on the side of Kwangdong is just isolated. Yeah, K'Sante is K'Sante, whatever. He's always K'Sante. Bulldog is going to go down, and Dudu will live.
I do think with Dudu actually killing POG, they can't end.
No, they can't. Of course they can't. Unfortunately, they can't.
For time. But yeah, this is the hero right here.
Yeah. Turns out we are highlighting the player on the side of the losing team fight, but it's so important, as you mentioned. I mean, if you have POG and Barrel alive, as he's like, man, this K'Sante really getting on my nerves. Maybe it won't come down to that. DRX are doing a decent job with their Elder, or rather their Baron buff. As Yehu really playing with fire here. As he is going to get knocked up and pulled all the way through the wall. That's going to be Spirit Rush. He goes into the tower, as now he is just on the run. I don't know if he's getting out of this one, as, yeah, flash in from Dudu, and down goes Yehu.
Yeah, you won't.
Absolutely.
You'd rather have your Ahri. Dudu is really... He's campaigning. He's campaigning for a POG. That's what he's doing, as he isolates.
He already won the race.
There. I mean, at this point, yeah.
He won the race.
It's a foregone conclusion. Goes for the flash.
Charm gonna land here on a Dudu. Not a lot of damage around here, as POG is not going to get close to that wall. Yeah, Dudu is, he just wants to win the game now, says Dudu. As now Rascal in a lot of trouble. He's tanky, but I don't think he's tanky enough. There is just way too much with the Infernal Soul to just rip through the Scion, as now POG trying his best. The exhaust comes in, and POG is desperately trying to live. He's kiting him out somehow, as finally he will go down to the GA, and there's no more for him. Down he will go, and the gold leads don't matter. If you just Aurelia's in, you push in now, try to take down these turrets. They're getting extremely close. Rascal being burned away like a torch as people get knocked up. And look at that damage into Bulldog. Jeez, that's in the backline. Dude is getting chunked as well. DRX trying to stay alive here in this game, and they might just be able to, unless Dudu has something to say about it, as he will take down POG. At the end of the day, YoungJay will just not die, as they don't quite have the damage. So many low health bars though, as Kroko and Yehu trying to take out K'Sante, but it's literally impossible. You cannot take the K'Sante out of the game, as they will try now. They are so close, a couple more hits, but no, it will not happen. And Yehu just barely with the
He's dead!
Not able to keep him alive. And that will be the end of the game. Someone please ban this champion next time. Down will go the Nexus, and Kwangno Freaks will win game number 1.
What a fitting ending to a bonkers game.
Of course, Dudu doing the most damage in the game. That doesn't surprise anyone. Well, on his team, I should say. POG trying to hold down the fort here for his team at least. As there was a moment where DRX did crest into a slight gold lead, but then they also gave up Infernal Soul. So didn't quite matter at the end of the day. And Gwen feels great. You were just talking about how not only has Dudu done this with K'Sante in the past, he has also done this with Gwen in the past. So maybe he can just try to get on his single-handed carry once again. And Gwen as well, you can kind of go immune, you can get into that back line. You're not really a huge like CC threat, but at least you can follow up really well on the engage from the side of Vi and Rakan. The Rift once again.
Was because of how well Taeyeon and June were trading early on, right? Hard forcing, starting level 1, keeping POG and Barrow on the back foot. And we'll see whether that is going to be the case. Interesting.
Sure.
We'll
give him the benefit of the doubt. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. We are getting a very early Drake here. Or we're trying. DRX is trying. Yehu does get his ult, and immediately the charm is cleansed. As now Kroko in a lot of trouble. He's got the Yumi on his back. Taeyeon here is not going to go down. It's Bulldog on the chase. Yehu in a lot of trouble. He will be going down for first blood. It's now on the chase here on the DRX bottom lane. Looks like they should be able to get away. POG definitely do not go back in there as they leash the Infernal Drake for Kwangno Freaks. Let fate carry him. Well, not fate. Let the winds carry him into the abyss potentially. As we're looking for a play on a Bulldog who flashes as the charm is waiting, and it is not going to land. Nicely done by Bulldog, who's going to be able to sidestep that one.
Really great movement there. Always going to be fine as Kroko might be dead here.
Yeah, he's getting 100-0. Down he goes. He is on vision. He thinks he's safe as POG is flashing in. He's looking for some revenge as he does it again. This time it actually makes sense, and he will pick down the Talia, who already had 2 kills. Also a 5-man unit. No ult here for Yehu, who is trying to flank on the right side as it will go to Zeri. Okay. Smites are fake, and none of the points matter. Down will go the Rift Herald, and that one goes to YoungJay. As now, Taeyeon may be in a little bit of trouble. Groudham does come down, but no Moonlight Vigil here for POG. Okay, well, we're going to press our buttons onto the Aphelios. This is what the comp does. Taeyeon does get low, though, as POG trying to stand up to them, but Bulldog TP and Weaver's Wall coming in. That is enough, in fact, to take down not only POG, but also give a kill over to Zeri here onto Barrow. 1v1 on the top side. But yeah, Kwangno Freaks just as a team, but also as a 2v2 have been able to, oh, that was crazy. Yehu rather is able to get over as now the reset for Kroko, but the follow-up comes in and now maybe a Zeri moment. Taeyeon already with 1 kill, is looking for the second one, just waits, doesn't even attack, just gets the last hit, and that is a double kill now for Taeyeon on the Zeri.
barring one champion.
I was going to say one thing that's in their favor big time is Chemtech Rift. Never mind, we do have the pick on Tejun this time once again. DRX, are they going to be able to turn this one around as pick after pick is coming out? Youngjae is dead as well. Double kill as Krocko and team able to make this happen. And finally, a good spot here for DRX.
Perfectly on track.
The Kwangdong are taking it very carefully, right? Jokes aside, they're like, okay, we're not taking any chances.
Yeah.
No charms, no nothing. As KU here in a little bit of trouble, but now it's June in trouble, actually gets extremely low as the follow-up from Rascal is going to get the flash out of June. Gets a knock-up here, but Seismic shove now onto Rascal and the follow-up engage. Remember, the Zeri is pretty huge at this point in time. Dudu on the bottom side, trying to frontline onto Krocko, and actually gets over the wall here. Krocko's like, well, God, where can I go? As now they're trying to set up on the Rascal here. They know that DRX can't really do the Baron, although maybe they will try. I mean, if you give them enough time, they can, as Rascal is going to take a while to die here, still living with the Jack shows, and actually DRX are like, yeah, we can't really do this. All right,
a lot of power gone
for it. I mean, 4v5 still. I mean, maybe Taeyun can get something done here, though. Padak is taking some damage. Bulldog has a very nice angle on the left side, and Taeyun beginning to poke his head in. As now Dudu is here, and DRX are not able to force anything. Kwangdong Freaks stay calm, and they're in a great spot now. They're able to get first track here onto the mid lane. You guys can't do Baron, especially not now. Well, they're going to try, as maybe they get some kind of pick. They're looking for the turn. This is one way. If you do not have engaged, they get Bulldog, and that might be enough, but no, he flashes away. He is alive for so long, as now June is able to follow up. Down goes the Rascal. Padak goes down as well, and that should be the nail in the coffin here for Kwangdong Freaks to take down game number 2. They'll run straight at the Baron after this team fight win. Even then, you're like maybe taking a risk with a steal or something. So they're just going to push in. As you see, Yehu, oh, they part like the Red Sea. They just get out of there as Krocko on the left side is just dead. And there's no way to get away from this one. Padak as well is going to go down. And Kwangdong Freaks a very clean game number 2 as Rascal. Oh, poor Rascal. Maybe he's carrying the log himself. I'm not even sure if anyone's carrying the log in this game. For the side of DRX, you'll get the reference if you watch the intro. That's Kwangdong Freaks taking the 2-0 in pretty swift fashion tonight.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jisun for the POG Interview translation. We are here joined by Dudu and Taeyun on the side of Kwangdong Freaks. Congratulations. Dudu, how do you feel about this win? I think I was so relieved that we won game number 1, and then game 2 was pretty smooth. What about you, Taeyun? Yeah, had it not for the Dusanta in game number 1, we would have lost the series even. But I want to say thank you to Dudu, and it was like hard but easy at the same time. This series as a whole. So you guys kicked off the season with a match up against DRX. How was your first match? So, you know, the beginning is everything, and I'm so glad that we are having a great start with a 2-0 win. I want to go back to game number 1. So the B1 K'Sante was the main character of that game. Especially you were the one that finished game number 1 in the end. Was that your idea to go for the first pick K'Sante? Well, to be honest, I just go for like B1 K'Sante if we have nothing to first pick. And I guess my teammates have a really big trust in my K'Sante, so we wanted to give it a go. Then Dudu, how would you like to rate K'Sante right now in terms of the tier list? So I think he was definitely first tier pick in the spring season, but right now I want to say like 1.5. He's got a lot of counters right now, and he cannot really pull off the same performance in the laning phase just like he did in the spring season, so I don't think he's like an OP right now. But Dudu's K'Sante was something else. It was definitely an OP in game number 1. And Taeyun, Kwangdong Freaks decided to let Yumi through for 2 games in a row. Why was that? We had a lot of picks to deal with Yumi. So, like if Yumi is open, we might take it, but we knew that there were a lot of cards we can use to just go against Yumi.
자신감이 좀 있었던 픽이었던 것 같네요. 네, 그럼 두두 선수께 질문 드릴게요.
Going back to Dudu,
마지막 상대 넥서스 앞에서
I want to take a replay. Take a look at the replay where Dudu, you were able to just take down the enemy Nexus by yourself. So here's the replay of it. So at the beginning, we were just focus firing on that Sion, and then I kind of realized everyone else will be able to take Sion down, so I was just targeting Aphelios, and then I just realized my teammates are all dead, so I was like, I gotta just run. After getting a kill onto the Aphelios, and then somehow I was like, maybe I can keep taking this fight, and I did, and I kind of won. And Youngjae was crying, you know, we have to back, just leave, but I went in and I was able to just end here. Taeyun said that's bussin'. You're really good.
근데 진짜 지린다라는 표현이 맞는
I mean,
것 같아요.
indeed, that play is just out of your mind. How did you pull that off?
두두 선수의 별명이
And with that outplay, now you have created so many nicknames: the God Dudu, the Ronald Du, or the Erling Haaland Du, Dushai, the God Dudu, the Goat Dudu. What is your favorite one?
일단 경기 끝나고 이제
Well, actually, on my way back to the green room, so no Faye, you know,
롤신도 잘했다.
he was like the God Dudu, great job.
선택하겠습니다.
So I would like to go with the God Dudu, the League God Dudu.
네, 그리고 태윤 선수 1세트 마지막에 공개된
And Taeyun, at the end of game number 1, we were able to have a listening to the player comm, and you were keep apologizing to your teammates. Why was that?
일단 뭔가 궁이나 전멸
Like there were so many fights where like I was not able to
마지막에도
pull off the best play when I had my ult and flashes.
그래서 이제 딱
You know, there were so many bad plays that I was pulling off, and then I died in the final fight. And then I was actually telling my teammates to go for bottom lane to deny when they were ceasing to end the game. So I was feeling really sorry that I kind of messed up the last fight, but somehow Dudu made a great outplay and saved us. And with this new patch, now Zeri is back to building Triforce. Tell us about it. I tried different item builds in solo queue. You know, I went for Trinity Force once, and then I went for a crit build. So I was like, I actually played up against the crit build Zeri in solo queue. I was like, this is maybe really good. And then I tried it, and then I realized Trinity Force is still better than crit build. So I'm sticking with the Trinity Force build for Zeri now. And Dudu, a lot of people are saying that Kwangdong Freaks has become even stronger compared to the spring season. What do you think? I think our late game macro has become a lot better as we have bigger faith in each other. So now, when I don't actually have to group up, I just rely on my teammates to do good, you know, as a 4, and I go side lanes. Pretty similar, you know. I think when the game turns to a macro phase, all 5 of the players are now on the same page. So we know when to kind of be cautious, we know when to go for a map play and macro play. So I think we kind of improved together as a team. And a lot of fans are really excited for Kwangdong Freaks for summer season. What is your mindset heading into this entire new split? Well, 2-0 start is a really good sign for us, and I hope we can keep this momentum and start a winning streak. Thank you. What about you, Taeyun? Same, you know, exactly the same. To be honest, you know, we have to beat the teams that other people expect us to be better than them. So I hope we can pull that off every single time and also take down some of the stronger teams in the LCK too. And this will be the end of the interview from Dudu Taeyeon from Kwangdong Freaks, and back to the space. Thank you.